Despite how good he was, have you ever wondered why William Gallas has never been considered a legend? Top five biggest football traitors. And let's quickly start with number one. But the number fifth one is going to definitely shock you. So first, Tottenham and Arsenal's rivalry was really going on strong when they had a very good player that was playing for Tottenham that time. I'm talking about Sol Campbell. Now, Sol Campbell was a registered name in the heart of every Tottenham fan. But little did they know that this same guy who was becoming a hero for them was stylishly having a deal with Arsene Wenger. That deal ultimately led him leaving Tottenham to joining Arsenal. Of all the clubs to join, it is Arsenal, your old-time London rivals. That didn't go well in the heart of Tottenham fans. Till this day, they will never welcome Sol Campbell back in Tottenham. The number two biggest traitor in the history of football has to be Luis Figo. Now, Luis Figo was a very prominent figure in the eyes of Barcelona fans. And Figo was a very good midfielder who has already solidified his name. He won the 2000 Ballon d'Or. To tell you how good he was that time. Guess what? This guy just had to switch. He did not switch to any other club like Valencia or maybe any other club. He decided to switch to a Clasico rivals, Real Madrid. How can you switch from Barca to Real Madrid? That time they were just building, they were just trying to cook something, and you who was ultimately one of their best players, then you decided to move from Barcelona to Real Madrid. Anyway, Figo went to Real Madrid to become one of their best players. In fact, he won two La Liga with them, a Champions League and other trophies as well. So he was one of the, in fact, he's one of the biggest traitors in football history. Today, I don't think Barcelona fans are forgiving him. Now, let's move to number three traitor. Despite how good he was, have you ever wondered why William Gallas has never been considered a legend for the various clubs or in the English Premier League? Now, this is why he is a traitor. In fact, one of the biggest traitors that existed in the league. Now, he started with Chelsea, played about 5 or 4 seasons for Chelsea. Then he switched to Chelsea's rivals, of course, Arsenal. It didn't end there. After switching to Arsenal, he played another 3 years with the Gunners. But guess what? Traitors, Judas, as they all know him for, also left Arsenal to Arsenal's rivals, Tottenham. Can you imagine? How can you just be switching from one rival to the other? Don't you have dignity? Don't you have dignity, Gallas? So this is why Gallas, up to this day, is not really considered a legend by any of these clubs that he played for. And the number four biggest traitor in the history of football, this one is very popular among Liverpool supporters. Now, if you are driving, please park your car. If you are in the cinemas, please come outside because this one is very interesting. Now, the number four biggest traitor in the history of football has to be Michael Owen. This guy was so good for us. In fact, he was a youngster who was just too good. One of the best strikers, in fact, the best strikers in his time. When we needed Michael Owen the most, Michael Owen just won the Ballon d'Or. To tell you how good this guy was that time, he left Liverpool to Real Madrid. Real Madrid that time, they were just buying the best players in the world, and then they saw Michael Owen, and then they bought him. But that wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back for Liverpool fans. So after Real Madrid, he left to Newcastle. Now, here is what broke his camel's back for Liverpool supporters. Boom! From nowhere, Michael Owen went to Manchester United. You did not see any other club to go to. A Liverpool legend leaving to Manchester United. In fact, till this day, Michael Owen is still trying to appease Liverpool supporters. I guess he has not been successful with that. He hasn't been, not guess, he hasn't been successful with that. As long as Liverpool fans is concerned, Michael Owen is not a legend in that club. He will never be a legend in Liverpool. I'm telling you. Now, let's go to the biggest traitor in the history of football. This one is going to shock you like I promised you. In fact, the biggest traitor in the history of Premier League ever has to be Robin van Persie. Now, Robin van Persie played for Arsenal back in the 2000s. Arsenal and Manchester United, they were the biggest team that time. Like the rivalries then was just going on between Arsenal and Manchester United. They were the ones fighting for Premier League. All those fights, the fight that Liverpool and Manchester City is having now, it was Arsenal and Manchester United that time. as a winger, also had a personal beef with Sir Alex Ferguson. So nothing was just going well for the two clubs. In fact, on a personal level, in terms of players, Roy Keane doesn't want to see Patrick Vieira. It was that serious. Like both on and off the pitch, the battle was serious. But guess what? Van Persie snuck behind as a winger, went to liaise with Alex Ferguson. That's the biggest snakery that has ever happened. He went to sign for Manchester United. Bobby Van Persie, why? 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 If you enjoyed this video, just let me know by hitting the subscribe button and then the thumbs up button as well, so that YouTube can show this video to more football lovers like yourself.